latest, celebrating my birthday, and my wife's birthday just passed last week. We're on 30, I'm 34, she's 35. We're years young, and it was nice out there in San Diego. Got like a nice fresh haircut. There were protests even there going on. There were protests right there in San Diego near the beach area, near the San Diego airport. People had their signs and just crying out. And then you also had like people that supported Trump with the big Trump flags in the back of their trucks. At that time, that was my time to just dip out and leave,
Oh,
just to
definitely.
keep my queen goddess safe and sound. You don't want anything to happen to her. We also want to thank those who are like protesting. Letting our voices be heard. But we know that we can come in many ways. We are resilient, creative people, so we can always do more than protest. We can hit to the universities, we can hit on the airways like we're doing here with Mahogany Soul, Ghetto Gospel, LGD Poet. That's what we do, and that's the reason why we come here every Saturday. We
Most
come here
definitely.
to have our voices be heard.
Most definitely. I love that you spoke on that. This is Mahogany Soul, and how you said that even though a lot of people are protesting, you can protest in many different ways.
Yes.
You don't have to necessarily be out there in the streets, and you definitely don't have to be violent about it. There's different ways to get your message out there. So, we as a people definitely need to take that moment to strategize and really plan before we just be so reactive to everything we see around us.
Definitely.
This is LGD.
Go
This is
ahead.
LGD poet. The protest, you said, Mahogany, that there's different ways that we can protest. And I think that one big way that we can protest is definitely to unite. That's the best way to protest against any negativity, any continued violence towards our brown and black people. So the more we unite, and show love to each other is the best protest that we can do right now.
I completely agree with you,
That's right.
Liz. It's definitely about that unity, and it's definitely about that love. And I think that maybe this is just that thing that was needed to push everybody into that vibration. Hopefully, everybody stays into that vibration. That's the thing. We're in this place, but will we stay in this place?
Yes,
This is
I know that I
ghetto
definitely
gospel,
will.
and that is the thing. And that thing is coming to the point where I have some lyrics about that thing, and I'm going to take you all the way back to 2013. And I wrote this outrageous black people in 2013, and now it's 2020, and this is how it reads, and we're going to talk about this when I finish. So open up your ears so you can hear.
They open.
Right here. And it's like, black people existing in America are outraged, and I am amused over the abuse black people are willing to endure. I have been watching my people for over 40 years, and often I have to hold back the tears because there is no hope for my generation. Black people living in America are outraged on the American stage. Why are you outraged over the European well thought out script? Black people living in America are pissed over a highlighted racist engaged in America. Must I remind so-called black people in America, unless we come together as a collective, we will always be treated like animals. Nothing has changed except the system gives us the names of black men and children fallen, like Trayvon Martin, who was shot in the streets in Florida like an animal in this century. Black people, how much outrage are you going to exclaim before you take a real sacrificing action? Black people living in America talk big and bad in groups of twos and threes and on social networks, but after the high visibility the media gives to the horrible incident, then black people living in America are once again silenced. That comfortable silence we were told and made to do through fear so many years, and today in 2013, black people in America are replicants of breathing black people that I once knew. What happened to that power to the people crew? Black people today are just a shell of black beautiful skin because today black people living in America are black androids, holding androids, walking around still clinging to the American dream and too scared of the unseen. The once beautiful copper beautiful women are looking like zombies who pat, pat, pat their head as a sacrifice ritual caused by covering their own God-given hair with pagan God sacrifice hair. They reluctantly hold that pat as they sit on the Sunday church pew and worship the other God, the white Jesus, the white Jesus, and with a gulp in their throat as they still hold on to pledging allegiance. For this insanity, we should cry out as the greatest outrage. Black people can get outraged and quickness over horrific actions against our people, but it seems this is far as it goes. Black people in America engaged to get outraged over unjust occurrences, but the pride and spirit of black people has been buried in the coffins and nailed shut with stakes from media and a blurred vision of obtaining this illusion set up in America. They will show you the lower level inhabitants of America, the few good house niggers, for inspiration to the cheese. These are the ones who appear to get more than the paycheck to paycheck dollars, the ones who we think have a better life on the other side. The last time I saw real black spirituality flowing spirit to spirit among our people here in the Americas was in the 70s. But today's black people living in America, sheeple with a black beautiful shell. We love to get into little groups at work or at the bus stop and chop it up about the outrage, but tell me, what are you willing to do concerning your outrage? This is Ghetto Gospel on Hotwordz Lyrical Theater, and it's about poetry, protest, and revolution. Many were quick to take old steps to the streets all across America and march, march, march. Many took to the streets to be seen, but like, now what? Uso, like, now what? Mahogany Soul? Did you get what you went to march behind? Before Trayvon, there has been injustice in this United States of America for so-called black people since the colonists got here. Because guess what, people? We was here first. In 2013, this thing of let freedom ring stings with a stench of Willie Lynch. What Europeans have taken from black people who live on every landmass of the world is nothing compared to what we as so-called black people have taken from ourselves every day. Today is 2013, but y'all know it's 2020, right? Black people in America are the worst to their own people. And some people don't want me to say that out loud, but at this time we keep circulating and keep on tapping into those clouds and keep on doing the same thing year after year, decade after decade. And y'all know I'm 60, right? This is the part where black people living in America want to be silent. But people, do you want me to say that? But it's the truth. Other cultures see it. And I could only imagine what you black people prove to non-blacks every day, because guess what? I can't be black with y'all. Before we could ever fix our lips on injustice, we need to face the day-to-day in our relationship with each other. We attack each other every day. And now all we want to get rowdy about it over Trayvon Martin and over every soul who have been shot down by the crazy criminal cops since I've been born, okay? It's more than this. So we need to start a new twist and do something different. This is Ghetto Gospel Gigi the Storyteller here on Accelerated Radio. Outraged black people living in America must unplug and get so outraged that they are willing to take a sacrifice and make a break and take a break from their Android world. There's a lot of things that we need to take a break from. Fox News, the Nike shoes, all these petty products that we as a people go out and purchase, and then we want to get out into the streets and talking about racism. This is Ghetto Gospel, and I'm talking to you today here on Accelerated Radio, Hotwordz Lyrical Theater. LGD Poet, I see you listening live.
That was a powerful piece.
Woo!
And we were just
It's an
dissecting all the
interesting
pieces of
piece.
it. And you said you wrote that in 2013. Fast forward, here we are, 2020, and the shoe still fits, you know. And the message is clear, you know. Evidently, it's a call to wake up. You know, it's an action call. It's a demand, because at this point, we're not getting any results. We just keep going in the same circle, you know. And like you mentioned, you are, you know, a elder, which we respect, and you have that experience, and you've been through these cycles. You know, we're going through these cycles. We're just starting them. You've been through them.
Again and again and again. I was there when, like, 1968. I'm 8. But I could still see Tommy Smith, and they're lifting up their fists, and they got the black power. And see, people keep tapping into emotion, and then we flow with that without any results. It's like that. It's a book called Where's My Cheese. I truly suggest you people go out and look at that, because if you keep doing the same things, you're going to get the same results. Okay, I'm not saying, you know, don't march. Don't be trying to misquote me. This is Gigi the Storyteller and Ghetto Gospel all in the same WAP, because I'm a freestyle poet. I'm a freestyle rap artist here on Accelerated Radio. We have a wonderful guest in the house, but it's a surprise. I ain't going to tell you right now. Also, like, what's your thoughts on this revolution in creativity and the world? And we are definitely a part of it, because we are emotional people, and everything that's going on affects creative people. We go into depression, you know.
Just listening to your piece, you know, this is also on the Hotwordz Lyrical Theater, and it's just a cycle. It's a cycle that we got to break. I don't know how we're going to do it. I don't have all the answers for everyone here or around the world, but I feel like we got to unite, and we got to, like, stop supporting these people, stop supporting these corporations that don't give a crap about us, you know. We're giving all our hard-earned dollars. They don't care about you, you know. But there's always going to be some of those that's going to keep going, you know. Sorry to say it, but that's just the truth, you know. There's still people that's going to go to that Starbucks, that's still going to go get those Jordans, and that's just the reality. And it's much deeper than that, you know. If you look at these laws, you know, they still... That's why it's a loophole, you know, they get away with it, and they keep shooting because it's a 3/5 law, you know, that amendment, 13th Amendment is still there. So, you know, it's a lot of loopholes that us people got to really look into, that we got to start reading again. You know, we got to start, like, meeting up and, like, actually reading books, not just reading off our phones, not reading off these tablets, but just, like, actually grabbing a book and, like, studying who we are. Because our people, we were, like, you know, ruling the world, you know. We was like kings and queens, you know. You look in Hawaii, they had King Kamehameha, Queen Little Kalani, you know. They made like surfboarding. Surfboarding started with Duke out there, and they just took it and ran with it, and they said it was theirs. That's
See, this is Gigi, we are one body, one human, and race is something that was created in the 1700s. And so here is the cycle for this entity. I call it, let's be real, the freaking police state, the cabal. You know, we just want to be real about what's going on here. And it's difficult because humanity is so easily manipulated. So this is where we are right now today. And it's like I said, in my generation, I'm 60. I promise you, as being who I am, I didn't think all this was going to happen until when I hit 70. But here we are today, and the only thing that we can do is keep being us, creative, and putting out our works right? We can't, oh, this is going on. We have to wear this mask, and we're a police state. But we're creative people. Mahogany have an album out.
Most definitely.
You know, you want to help something, you know, Black Power, like power to Mahogany Soul people, you know, go freaking buy her album.
Black
Where can
Girl
they find
Magic.
you know?
Yeah, speaking on that, the album is Soul Cycles as we go through this cycle as we are in now. And you can find that on all platforms under Mahogany Soul. You know, music that's representing the people, representing the culture, and we just about love, we about light, and we about life. And that's what it's
May
about.
I say something?
Oh, yes,
Of
Liz.
course.
This is LGG Poet. I was listening very intently to your piece, Gigi. And one of the things that stood out to me is how you mentioned, you know, the Black against Black and how we have to change that, or how that has to be changed. What struck me and kind of saddened me is that it's kind of sometimes magnified that, and I see it sometimes on the internet or on the news, how people want to magnify that to be like the problem. That is just a ramification of what the problem is. You know,
Right.
that's not the problem. It's just the sad truth of what has been the effects of what the colonization, the effects of the lighter blacks against the blacks, darker blacks have been placed against each other. And that's why I said earlier, one of the best kind of protests is to unite, is to love each other for who we are and the color of our skin, and who we are authentically as people, not to continue to perpetuate that rhetoric of this is what needs to be done. We're fully aware of that, but the more we maybe project the love as opposed to reminding that the hate was there, and it was created by the colonization, it was created by the Caucasians in history. We just have to remind ourselves to just
into
unite.
the system. We're gonna pause right now and vibe with some words, and matter of fact, how you said that, colorism, you know, that's a thing as well, you know, just to divide us, right? So we're going to pause out here. You're listening to Hotwordz Lyrical Theater here on Accelerated Radio.
Dark wasn't really popular. The darker you wore, the more mistreated you got. So I just started bleaching my skin to get lighter.
She steps outside of her home, reaches her hand to the sky, and clicks her heels 3 times. And she says, I wish I didn't look like this. See, Naima Patel doesn't think she's pretty because her mother had an affair with the son, DNA alleles to complete. Pure hydroquinone, also known as bleach. From the east to right under the bay, dark skin has been rejected, reflected on the day that I was born. Shining image of my aunt, and she is beautiful. Long black hair blowing, chocolate skin glowing. But when she saw me, she shed tears. She said, my niece is gonna have problems throughout the years. And at one point in my grandmother's life, she was so light that most folks thought she should pass for white. And they damn sure weren't an appreciation of her marrying my grandfather, who was considered black as night. But her, along with my great aunts, told me, never walk with your head down, always stand up tall, proud. Oh well, new millennium drum call. If you're black, get back. And if you're brown, stick around. And if you're light, you're all right. Tall, tan, terrific rhetoric. See, there are blogs online that promote appeal that creates an instant happiness, stripping out your pigment like they was repainting a house. Baseball players, they go from brown to light. Celebrities, rappers, Pakistani villagers, MJacks, their hero. Mothers who still conduct paper bag tests at front doors. Hierarchy of your success based on your skin tone. And there are so many people alone. It must be God's own personal joke. Oh, nah, dog, she was a little too black looking. Oh, no, girl, he's too ethnic looking. It's funny how 25% of the world's population got the other 75% twisted on some deracialization. And no, this is not a poem about hate, because I traced my own DNA and I found out that my great-great-grandfather, wait for it, is a white man in a small town in South Georgia. He is my blood. And there was another point in my grandmother's life where she was told she couldn't go to the beach because no coloreds were allowed. And the man who told her this was darker than she was. So I wonder if spray-on tans, lip and butt implants from the 25 look like the 75 and vice versa, and no one can go back. Maybe then we'll all be out in the sun. Question: if Jesus comes back with a dark complexion, you gonna give him the bleach? And if Lucifer comes back with a light skin, who gonna follow the heat? Confused, dark skin, blues. And there are still organizations denying applications. You couldn't pass that paper bag test. Well, you know what? I gladly accept my F, cause God told me to love the skin that I'm in. So I wrote this poem for all the children, from those that look like aborigines with skin so black and teeth so white. One love, one people, unite. And it doesn't matter if you're caramel delight or butter pecan Rican. She steps back inside of her home, looks at that jar of skin bleach, and puts it where it belongs.
Wow. Where you think she put
Strong
that
piece.
bleach? Put it on her skin or put it back in the cupboard? What you think, Mahogany Soul?
Not only in the cupboard, in the trash.
Whoa!
Get it out of here.
Yes.
All right, y'all. So we're going to get into the announcements. This is Mahogany Soul on Hotwordz Lyrical Theater. We want to tell you to follow Veganish Eats, okay? They got the delicious meals for you. Check them out on IG. Check out the menu and DM them and let them know what you want. They're cooking once a week now, so you can get your orders in by Tuesday and you will be good to go. So make sure y'all check them out on IG, all right? That's Veganish Eats, okay? The next thing we got to mention is Ross Victory. You know, our guest host, special host, you know, Mr. Ross Victory. He's launching his book, Panorama Into the Ethers, and that's tomorrow. Okay, that's Sunday, June 21st at, 6 p.m. Check him out on Instagram. That's Ross Victory, okay? And last week's guest, Jonathan Smart, we had him live in the studio. His latest track, you can find him on YouTube, and the track is Everybody Knows. So make sure that you visit, click, like, and share, everybody.
Everybody.
And this is Liz. And this is Liz, aka LGD Poet. You're listening to Hotwordz Lyrical Theater on Accelerated Radio. And we're going to go ahead and have a great show today. We do have guests, in-studio guests, Joy Matthew, who is a musician and a freestyle poet. Don't forget to follow us also on YouTube at Hotwordz Lyrical Theater on that's where you go and listen to us every
Hotwordz
Saturday
Lyrical.
from 2 to 3 p.m. Yes, we're Lyrical Theater.
You got to get outside more, Liz. Come on, get that
Yes,
D,
yes.
that
Right
big
now I gotta be
vitamin D.
That doesn't sound right.
That was funny.
Vitamin D.
Are we talking about
Vitamin
D?
D.
What are we talking about, people?
I
know.
Okay.
But we're going to definitely enjoy Joey Matthews. He's a great poet and a musician. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, we have him live in the studio. So welcome, Joey.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here. I'm really excited, really nervous, but yeah, thank you guys so much. This is my first time on radio, but I'm excited.
Well, shake off the nerves because it's all family and it's all love up in
Thank
here.
you.
Okay?
Thank you.
So
I
hopefully
appreciate
you're feeling that.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, you guys set the vibe here. Hotwordz. You guys know what it is.
All right. Well, that's love.
Yeah.
So tell the
Welcome,
people,
welcome.
where are you from and what you do?
Yeah, so I'm from Lake Arrowhead, California. I'm a freestyle rapper, musician. I mainly rap, but I can take on any genre that I feel comfortable in, and just really dive into that and put my heart into whatever if I'm writing a song or if I'm recording a song, I can just jump in and put all my soul into it.
Wow, that's real dope. This is so what kind of rappers that got you into like the music game and stuff like that?
Oh, man, it's pretty much everybody. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, from the time I was a kid, my dad, he would always play right at 7 in the morning. He'd wake me up to Nas, Biggie, Pac. I mean, just the classics, of course. And then eventually just started getting so many other influences and concepts of ideas and music that it just came together and just kind of put myself into my music, and with all my inspirations kind of on the back burner to pick and choose from what I like and what I got inspiration from.
Okay, that's dope.
This is Liz, aka LGD Poet. Let me ask you something, Joey.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just heard you say that Nas and Tupac, you used to wake up to that, and being that we're in the current situation with the protests and what has occurred, how have they influenced you, and what is your opinion of the situation that's happening now as a musician, as an artist?
Man, it's hard to start, but I guess I would just say like a lot of it is perspective, right? Something that I don't have from my own life journey. I can learn from when other people talk about their stories, or they shed light on their life, and they let you in on what's going on. Whether you are whatever race you are, you can always tap in and tune into people's stories, and through art, through music, that's the best way that I can perceive someone's story and move forward with that. And honestly, I know it's cliche, but man, we just got to learn how to love each other. It's so easy, it really is. It's so easy to accept everyone and just to love everyone and, have no judgment. Unfortunately, there's people out there that, are brought up to believe otherwise. But I was lucky enough to have parents that really taught me, that everyone deserves love, everyone's equal, and follow God, basically.
We can't give up on that. This is Ghetto Gospel because we are one. We are connected through energy. All of us together here in this room and outside, and with nature as well, with the beautiful grass that's still growing and the wonderful trees and the birds and the bees. Everything is still here, and we're connected to the source. So this energy, this vibration, this is what we should focus on, and not at that look, these people don't like us, these people hate us. That's something that has perpetuated ever since I've been here. So it's not cliche, Mr. Matthews, the real Joey Matthews, because we have to keep saying it, and not just saying that, do it, make that an action word, because if we could sit here like this as one and just vibe. We just met you, and you're just the coolest thing.
Thank you. You guys are awesome too. You guys are wonderful. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate it.
So Joey, this is Mahogany Soul. You have any projects that you have out, or anything that you're working on?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I released a song with Dax. I'm not sure if you know who Dax is, but that was about a year ago in December. I have one track out with him, and right now just working on EPs and little single projects here and there. But yeah, definitely got some music coming soon. All my remixes and things can be on my YouTube channel, just Joey Matthews.
Oh, cool. It's also about like your poetry, like what do you talk about, what are your topics, and like what makes you keep on writing, keep the pen moving?
Yeah, so I think a lot of what keeps me going through all this is just that's always been my outlet, right? Since I was a kid. I mean, I couldn't really get into any other form of art expressively enough as music. Music just hit me right in my heart, every single time it hits, just right. And I think that's definitely a part of what keeps me, keeps me writing with the pen and keeps me freestyling all the time, and not for anyone else, more for me, but so I can express how I'm feeling without, feeling like it's not getting through to people. I feel like music is one language that everyone understands, so the more I can learn that language and dive into it, the better for me, you know.
Yes, this is soul, and I definitely agree with you on that. Music is a universal language, and that's one way that we can connect and share each other's experiences and perceptions.
Yeah.
So that's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah, no, it's yeah, go ahead. Sorry, you were gonna say.
I want to know, like, you as a poet, as a musician, what has been like your most impactful, profound phrase or stanza in one of your songs or poems that you have shared or written?
Yeah, it's kind of a loaded question.
Here on Hotwordz Lyrical Theater, Liz will come with some questions for you.
Yes.
I like to kind of know who you are as a person and what really deep down and who you are as, you know, an artist, and being that you were influenced by African American artists who actually their lyrics are pretty profound as well. I want to know how profound you are in your lyrics and how you express yourself.
Yeah, so I guess, I just try my best to. Sometimes it's hard for me to get out my emotion. I'm a pretty emotional guy, but when I can sit down and write something and express it a certain way, not tell you exactly how I'm feeling, but almost make you work for it in a way of where you're hearing it, but you're also hearing, you know, a little bit of me, a little bit of, you know, what I'm invested in, or a little bit of what is on my mind, and you can. I like the idea of people being able to get whatever they want from my music, and without me, you know, saying, okay, this is exactly how I feel. This is exactly, you know, it to the point. I like people to kind of dig a little bit and find their own worth or meaning throughout my music, and because that's what I do with other people's music too. You know, I know everything isn't all, you know, straightforward. It's, you know, it's very diverse. So I guess I just try to talk about my feelings on what's going on in the world, you know, with whatever it is, and just do my best to get my voice out there and, you know, either help people or make that difference the best way I can.
Okay, well, this is Mahogany Soul. So speaking of expressing yourself and expressing your feelings, the mic is open. So why don't you go ahead and express yourself any way you feel, all right?
All right.
We got a live performance, y'all. This is Joey Matthews, the real Joey Matthews. Hotwordz Lyrical Theater.
Thank you. So, there's never a word to define me. This is the game, and I don't take it lightly. I feel like a whole new man, and I think that I might be. But real talk, though, all these fakes gotta go. I'll never stoop so low as a half-whack track or a offbeat flow. Please. I never had cheddar cheese, never had the dough. Only got bars that'll make you say, whoa. See, when I get it, I kill it. I feel it in my blood, in my bones, and in my skin. If you lose, then you just might win. I got a gift from within. Sorry, not sorry for the attitude. I've been cooped up here in quarantine. It's got me feeling mean. You know, I'm just right off the top, coming on the spot. You know, I say, I do it for everybody in this nation. Playing PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? You can piggyback off if you want. You know I never stop. I'm giving them no option. I'm leaving them with no oxygen. I'm back again, a lyrical menace with a pen. And yeah, I keep it all mental. Don't even need a pencil. I kill any beat and just flip around the instrumental. I do it for my hometown, laying down the sound. Always coming around with the lyrical sound.
Hey. Hotwordz.
Joey Matthews, man.
Right. And I believe that was a freestyle. That was off the head, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, y'all. That was a freestyle, okay? No pen, no paper.
No pen, no paper, no phones. Right here, live.
I'm with it.
Well, Gigi loves to put people on the spot, and you definitely did that.
Hey, thank you, Gigi. I appreciate it.
That's what I do, you know. Lyrically speaking and everything, I'm going to throw you in the deep end. So this is where you know whether you're going to swim or sink in. So here on Hotwordz Lyrical Theater, where we drop the rhymes, the lyrics, just so you could be free, dropping those lyrics out of your mind so you could be free. You know, there's a lot of stress in this world today, but if you could be creative, and how do you create here on Hotwordz Lyrical Theater is to be free. Write those lyrics and coming down from your mind and float it into the universe right on time. Uso.
Hey, GG.
Poetry, protest, and revolution. And the answer is evolving, okay?
Yes.
One love, one love. It's not a fad. This is what we have to do. Don't stop, never stop. And maybe not in my generation. This is Ghetto Gospel on Hotwordz, Lyrical Theater, right? But the next generation, I got faith in y'all. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now, okay?
All right, it's Uso. Philosopher live on Hotwordz Lyrical Theater. I'm gonna spit a freestyle poem. With everything going on. We are the people of the sun. Sun's out, buns out. Delicious like sesame seeds. You can smell the barbecue from a mile away. For we must celebrate life. Despite what's going on with bullets coming our way every day. But we must know that we're resilient. We've been through this before. We are capable of breaking these cycles, creating new ways of life of love, where we don't have to look at skin color anymore. We could just love each other through what's inside our hearts and souls, not with that outer appearance. But we know that we may not be the generation or may be the next one to break these cycles. Like Tupac said, we are here to plant the seeds. We may not be the ones, but there are those who are going to come after us. So what we do as artists is to leave those blueprints behind through our books and music and freestyle poetry that is on top of the dome from the soul. For we are of the sun, the photosynthesis that keeps us growing like plants in the soil. Like we're trapping with the water to boil, but we want to empower our communities, break away from that prison industrial complex. We surely want to be free. We do have oppressors, but the worst thing is we are oppressing ourselves, kind of like those crabs in the bucket. We need to rise up like the sun to know that we must also treat our women right. Treat our women right instead of just looking at them as just like a piece of fried chicken with breasts, legs, and thighs. We must cherish them, for when we do that, we will become powerful and unstoppable. When we love each other, not just romantically, but through our hearts and souls.
Agape love.
We must always love.
Unconditional love.
Thank you.
Powerful, Uso. Yes.
We have a caller on the line.
Yes, caller, you are here live with Hotwordz Lyrical Theater. You are live on the line. Who do we have here? Caller?
We got Miss May West in the building.
Oh, my goodness.
Miss May West?
Miss May West.
Hey,
We got Miss May West. You got JoJo LeGrand in the building.
Hey, May, welcome. How you doing? How you feeling? Thank you for calling in. You got something for the crew today?
I want to tell all the fathers Happy Father's Day.
Yes,
shout out to
wanna acknowledge the fathers.
Shout out to all the fathers. And a big shout out to my godmother's Mother Lisa and Mother Gigi.
All right. Shout out to Lisa and Gigi.
Side story. This is Gigi, the storyteller, a.k.a. Ghetto Gospel. Miss May West was one of y'all. She was a Hotwordz crusader back in the day in old Hotlanta. So she's busy with her own project. She finally, after 2 years, was able to call in and give a shout out to dad and fathers out there. So she's a poet. She's good, and she got her things going on. Maybe we can get her to come on and be a featured guest at some time. Thank you for remembering.
That would be awesome. Your son-in-law want to say hey.
All right.
Going out to the party.
We're good out here, and this young man, he is a comedian, so I'm trying to get him booked on the show as well because, writing, lyrics, we need some comedy right now, you know what I mean? It's okay to laugh. It's not against the law, is it? Okay.
Not yet.
I hope not. The laws are different down here in Georgia. We up on the Christian black code down here. We're a little different out there. You know, y'all freehold
Yeah,
out.
we got a little bit going on right here. We want to thank you for calling in, and yeah, come back again and come with a piece, a poem, and something funny so we can like crack off on you out there in Atlanta. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, appreciate y'all.
All right, so we are going to get into this next track. We have Sonia Grace with Regular Black. Enjoy this.
At this club in Hollywood, dude was like, damn, you're real fine and you're pretty, but you ain't like regular black. So I was like, what in bloody hell is regular black? And he was like, you know, black, regular black. What the hell is regular black? I just thought that it's just black, but now it's like you black, but now black, you know, like regular black. What the hell is regular black? What the hell is regular black? What the hell is regular black? Is it learning how to rap, like Biggie and Missy rap, but Iggy and Macklemore rap? So early like regular black, learning how to twerk, like Nicki and Riri twerk, but Molly twerks. So is she like regular black, identifying as black, like I identify as black? Cops are there to help me remember when they pull me over. I'll pull the trigger when I go to your shop. Follow me when I shop. You need some help, ma'am? Yes, actually I do. Tell me, what the hell is regular black? I just thought that it's just black, but now it's like black, but now black, you know, like regular black. What the hell is regular black? What the hell is regular black? What the hell is regular black? A girl with cornrows and a big booty, a man with low pants and a big mandingo man and a baller, independent woman full of anger, a girl from the hood and a singer, her biz a thug turning rapper. What about welfare and a fake purse? Does that make me the owner of a black card? People tell me that all the time. You Ethiopian, you from an island? I like your accent, your skin is so dark and so smooth and so shiny. I can never tell if it's a compliment. Should I feel profiled or insulted? The worst part or the best part, depending how you look at it. Now white people tell me, my boss told me, that's why she hired me, like it's a compliment. I felt insulted, I wish you would have told me. What the hell is regular black? I just thought that it's just black, but now it's like black, but now black, you know, like regular black. What the hell is regular black? 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 I just thought that it's just black, but now it's like black, but now black. What the hell is regular black? Get shot enough times, locked up enough times, baby daddy 4 times, use crack all times, we've been a long time, jobless a long time, be late all the time, yelling at the movie screen. This is like a Hollywood slave movie with really neat Negro spirituals. Jordan is weeping low. Tell me, what is the measuring stick? Someone really wealthy, kinda like Oprah and Tyler P. Someone really brainy, kinda like Obama and Colin P. How do I know I'm not something if I don't know what that something actually is? Tell me, what the hell is regular black? I just thought that it's just black, but now it's like black, but now black, you know, like regular black. What the hell is regular black? 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 I just thought that it's just black, but now it's like black, but now black, you know, like regular black. What the hell is regular black?
All right, this is the Uso Philosopher live on Hotwordz Local Theater on Accelerator and Radio. We just finished playing on Sonia Grace's song Regular Black.
What the?
It's regular black.
What the? Again, another topic, another show.
Yes.
It definitely took me to when you say black is not a color. You know,
Hashtag
Gigi.
I am not a color.
There
Correct. You know,
It
and
has me thinking
again,
every time I write now.
we have to creators. We have to keep putting it out there because the system and those folks and it's us against them. Period. As long as we, you know, don't stop. Never give up. Like I said, the next generation got this. So, hey, all the tools are out there for you. Mahogany Soul.
Yes, it's Mahogany Soul. So since I had the freestyle from Joey Matthews, the freestyle from Uso, it's only right that I get on the mic and give a little bit. All right.
Let's get it.
Okay. So, despite all the pain that we see, yeah, you know, love be the remedy. Hey, despite all the hurt that we see, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, love be the remedy. I can't love you if I don't love me. I said I can't love you, babe, if I don't love me. We need the unity that we need to be free. Unity we need to be free. Open your mind and soul and grow. Open your mind and heart and know freedom is on the other side. So go on and grow in love. Grow in love, yeah. I said despite all the pain that we see, yeah, yeah. You know that love is the remedy, na 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 na. Oh, despite all the hurt that we see, yeah. Love is the remedy for us to be truly free, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yes.
Love is the remedy, y'all, despite all that we see.
Wow.
L-O-V.
This is
That was
LGD
beautiful.
poet. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
I like to say that love is the renegade. Let love be the renegade. You know, we have to definitely let
It
love
has to be
conquer.
not the bridge, but we have to lift up them flags. You know, they're coming up with the 4th of July is coming up. Again, that's another topic, another show.
Yeah. The 4th of July, the lie.
The 4th of July. And also, you know, I know people are not going to like this, but you know what? See if I care. I'm ghetto gospel. Black lives matter because you know I'm a creative and that makes we see things, you know what I mean? So I see that we keep looking at the wrong thing. I'm gonna say it again, that LOVE, love, that's it. That's the only thing that's gonna save humanity. And the next thing is for us to stop perpetuating these bywords like black. It's not gonna get you anywhere. Like when I was born, you know, I'm 60 and I'm gonna keep saying it. And I have a brother who is 88. Because I asked him, I said, because I wanted to make sure that my data is correct. And I asked him, I said, you know, when I was born and when I was in elementary school, and when we call somebody, oh, you black, you about to get beat up. So now the next generation coming in, they're like really fighting for this. I'm black, I'm black, I'm black. However, let's be real about this here on Hotwordz Lyrical Theater because words mean something, right? So look at the etymology of that word that they keep throwing on a whole wonderful community, a wonderful culture to just reduce us to something that is, you know, black in the color, but not black as who we are spiritually. You know, we are soul people. We are the sun people, right? If you want to put a title on it or whatever, but not those bywords that you give us. Me, ghetto gospel, not classified as African American. You know, these are their laws, and with their laws, black is not nowhere in the Constitution. So when these crazy criminal cops murder a human being, someone as part of society, because they're programmed that you're black, you're insignificant, you don't mean anything. So I'm going to shoot you. I don't care because my superiors got my back. I'm going to get off. So plus I'm a little psycho. So you have to be psycho to murder someone on the ground. You feel me? So
Yeah.
Most definitely, I do feel you, and I hear what you're saying. Some people may not receive it in the right way, as if you're like, oh, don't take pride in who you are, but what you're saying is that we're much more than this. If you go further than that, just being beings of light, being a spiritual being, just getting back into that essence because of the negative connotation that has been put on the term black. So you're just saying to expand your mind to connect with something other than just this form, because you are much more than this form. We all are.
Yes.
We ultimately are spiritual beings right here and here having this experience
Yes.
in this physical reality.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Definitely.
we are. You know, we are, like I've been saying, we're the people of the sun. We always rise through everything. That's why no matter what they throw at us, we always come back. we're still here. Look at all those years that have been doing it. We're still alive and well.
Yes.
You know, we're sharing our gift right here. We're sharing it all, vibing, having a good time, and you know, that's just a testimony to who we are. We're not just, these are just temples. This is temporary. Like this flesh is, it's not a permanent thing. Our permanent thing is like we've been talking about. It's a spiritual. We're people of the cosmos. You know, you look at our ancestors, they used to measure the stars when they were like traveling through the seas. You know, that's the stuff we have, but we kind of lost that because we got so comfortable here in America. We become so dependent on the system. So
That part.
We got lazy.
We did as a people, and you know, this is ghetto gospel, and it's so easy to blame other people. You know, we have friends and whatnot. They have done you something wrong, and I promise they want to make it about them and how they're angry at you, and you know they did you wrong. So that's the same thing with the system. But again, we have to bring back that power, and that starts with us inside, us as creative people. And we cannot let go of that. And we need to hold on to that and be strong about it. And let the next generation know that we are more than this. We are human, and there's nothing wrong with that. The only wrong thing is when we allow people or another entity to start breaking us down and dividing us, and that's how we're not going to get through if we keep doing that. So
most definitely, you spoke on that well, and it comes back to doing that self-work on an individual level. And I think that we all are coming into that space slowly but surely, knowing that it takes the individual to affect the collective, you know, and that is the place that we in. I keep saying that it's 2020 and this is the year of clarity, and I feel like all of these illusions and these lies are being broke down for a reason, because this is the ending for that new cycle to come in, for that new birth, that new wave, that new energy, which really isn't new because it's just love, which is the basis, which is the essence, which is the beginning. So
it's the only
that's what it is.
thing, you know, we're fighting against principalities, and it's that good and evil, right? The bad and just, it's a battle.
It is.
And it looks like, Liz, go ahead.
Yes.
You know, as Mahogany said, it goes down to the individual work, but I want everybody to remember that there is a lot of mental work that needs to get done. Therapy is out there for people. There is a lot of inner and generational pain that needs to be addressed in order for the awakening to occur individually, so then the group as a whole can start uniting without spewing hate to each other.
Well spoken.
Yes.
Right, but we can't drag our feet about getting over that pain. You know, it's been 60 years for me.
We have to allow to feel it, though. You
That
have
process.
to allow yourself to feel it. That process.
Yeah.
That pain is there. You can't just bandage it. You have to feel it and then become aware.
No, we can't bandage that. This is ghetto gospel, and again, the work begins with us. We need to stop pointing fingers at their racist. You know, they did this, they did that, they. Okay, let's bring this around.
But that's like another story. That's like another long conversation that I want to have.
Right.
There's accountability.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Yes, accountability. Let's stay it together.
You know, there's so much we can be accountable for ourselves, but we have to recognize the root of the problem, and that the root of the problem is just saying, take onus for what you have done. Take onus for what has occurred, the domino effect that has occurred. That this is why we're still suffering here. This is why it has been accepted for so long to have so many black men killed, so many young men killed and targeted all the time. If they don't take onus for what the generation, not everybody's racist, not everybody wants to continue to perpetuate this, but we have to recognize it. And if we recognize the root of the problem,
Like, who
then
have
we
to
can start
recognize
addressing
it? We have to sign off in a little bit. You right. That's another topic, another time. But next week here on Hotwordz Lyrical Theater, we're going to have a guest host, T. Felder, and then our photography guest, Alfred Heyman, and we're going to have a freestylist, Alexis Faye Carter. She's going to be here on Hotwordz Lyrical Theater. Next up, Black Gold in the house. Peace, love, and life, everybody.
Peace.
Love y'all. Peace. Love. Bye, everybody.